Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey guys, Dabu7. We got questions swirling here as people are wondering what was really going down here at this summit that Elon Musk just had, where he summoned loyalists to this off-grid fortress down in Texas. And on the surface, they speak that it had to do about some political stuff, but it was highly, highly secretive. They had it in this high-ceilinged SpaceX building. The attendees were brought in and then shipped back via bus, kind of like if you were going to Area 51, and they were forced to keep their phones stored in a security vault. No one allowed to have any electronics, recording devices, anything like that enter the facility. So the only details that anyone has is from some people that were inside, some attendees that spoke on it, allegedly. Because with no footage or anything, like anything could have went down, and that's why the questions are swirling. They say that Elon brought up that we're in like a 12-year span here made up of the second Trump administration, and it will be immediately followed by 2 consecutive Vance presidential terms. And whatever else they talked about, they did under wraps. We know he tried to run, or he put a threat out there of running a third party, so to speak, when he got into it with Trump. I could see him trying to resurrect that. And he's definitely making moves here, it seems like, in building a team, and it's highly secretive. Now, outside of that, anything could have been talked about in the summit. He has called upon his top loyalists from all over, from all the different branches, to attend this. So, where this goes from here, were they given hints or details about something about to go down? Well, we're never going to know. All we know is that they went to extreme lengths to keep this like secret, to where nothing in there would get out. And again, he was so spooked that he did not even show up in person because he fears he could get assassinated. But if they have another one, I'll make sure to keep you guys posted here as I get more details. I'll keep you posted as well. Follow me on X and join me on the live stream. We're talking about this in greater detail. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Dabu77. Much love.
Okay, alright. Oh, good grief. Yeah, take care of this. There we go. Alright, should be good here. Are we good? Let me see this. Are we good? Of course, I won't be able to hear this until I play it back. But all praises to the Most High God Almighty. Great glory. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today's Noga, December the 5th, 2025, and it's currently 3:07 p.m. I am doing the best that I can to finish this today, but I'm just letting you know that this probably or might promptly cut off. Now, what we do see here, beloved, what seems to be the issue? What seems to be the problem here? Why is it that so-called elites, the Elon Musk's, the Jeff Bezos, the Mark Zuckerbergs, and all the other fools out there are running? I mean, again, those dudes, they are innocent to a point. They are not the real people. They're just people they put out there. Well, they are not real at all. They are people they put out there to say, hey, look at those guys. And don't freaking look at me, but those guys. They are the one doing this, they are the one doing that. But nonetheless, they are there. They are the elite, so to speak, and now they are running. Secret Summit. Elon Musk summons loyalists to off-grid fortress dials and due to assassination threat. Really? So now the elites are afraid of assassination threats. They are afraid of some sort of doom coming to them, but this doom going to be done by men? Is that what that is? Do you really believe a guy like Elon Musk really afraid of assassination from an assassin, at least from a physical human being one? See, guys like, well, at least if it did existed, Elon, Sir Jeff, and the mighty cowboy Zuckerberg himself, and all the other scumbag, those dudes are long gone, like gone. I'm not talking about like they are in hiding or stuff like that. No, they off themselves. They will rather choose death than to choose what's coming here. Well, what's already here. See, most of your billionaires or millionaires or elites, so to speak, they are no longer here. They've been taken out. This thing is barely running on autopilot. A few days ago, we had this issue with 6,000 planes being grounded. You see, when they grounded those planes, doesn't mean the commercial planes only. It means all planes. Thus, the so-called private jets and any other plane that do not show up in the radar is grounded. It is said that in December 19th of this year, I don't know if this thing is echoing back. Is it echoing? I don't know. Let me check. I mean, to my end, it feels like it's echoing. Is it echoing? Is that what that is? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's echoing in and out, but it will fix itself out. Okay, so let's keep on moving. So yeah, you got guys like Sir Elon and all the other dudes, and out there they are running and hiding and things, and 14 more days, it is said that there is this foreign celestial body that is coming from the cosmos, and it will reach Earth, at least within the vicinity of Earth. As you can see, those people are panicking. Mr. Trump over there in the Caribbean is starting a war with Venezuela under the guise of drugs. For some reason, suddenly, all of a sudden, at once, immediately, 83 is worried about what drugs can do to communities. You know, just like they did worry about the crack epidemic, they worry about the heroin epidemic in the 70s, they worry about the flak epidemic here down in Broward County, Florida. They're worried about everything. Now, suddenly, they're like, oh, well, you know, drugs is killing 10,000 Americans a day. Oh, how long this thing been happening? Well, forever. So now you guys worry about this? Yes, and we find a culprit. Who it is? Maduro. Maduro? Most people didn't even know who the hell Maduro was. They didn't even know Venezuela I even have a president, let alone one named Maduro. So they say that's what they're going to be. They're going to do. But the thing is, like, Trump is moving the military out of the land. He's doing the final move because they know the rent is up, the sheriff is in town, it's coming, the eviction is already on the door, there's nothing they can do, and they have to go. They really do have to go. And whatever that you're seeing out there in the midst of the nation, well, at least that seems to be in the midst of the nation, it must happen. This is how you deal with life, is through anger, to show your anger, your hatred, truly what you feel about certain group of people. People that you thought were your people, were your friend, and you realize, well, they were never your people. That's how you show yourself. You be, I don't like to say this word, real, and be strict, and set boundaries. We talked about this before. I personally, I know everywhere where everybody stand with me, and above all, with my people. I don't need to go out there and prove anything to anyone and try to say, oh, this and that, look at this, look at that, because I already know, I've seen, and things. Oh boy, did I push this thing back? No. All right. Oh. Yep, I think I did. It fell. Nope. No, it's fine. So I myself, I don't need to do this because the evidence is there. It's out there. People choose not to search for it. People are buried it, but it is there. The Holy One sees it, and at the end of all this, we'll know we will know who's right and who is wrong. Of course, for every argument, both of us cannot be right. Both of us cannot be wrong. To a degree, one of us must be right, one of us must be wrong. So Trump is taking the military out, according to the book of Joel. They are removing the North Army, and they are sending things that they're not supposed to send over there. Let me see if I can find the map. Is that the map over there? In the meantime, I'm going to try to speak. Whenever you see elites all running, oh, we are afraid of assassination. First, it was those dudes. Remember a few months ago where the Mark Rubios, the Trump supporters, they were running away because of fear of assassination? Let me see. Officials hiding due fears of assassination. What's this thing yet? Ever since the thing that happened to Sir Kirk. But anyway, officials moved to military base fear of assassination. All right, people are raving. There we go. A month ago, we had this coming from Trump News, okay?
Meanwhile, back in Washington, we talk about a sign of the times.
Black. I don't know why.
Administration officials increasingly are facing so many very serious and violent threats that they find that the only option
to me, the screen is black. I don't know. I complained about this before.
Their families and themselves onto military bases. Here's the list of some of the notable acts of political motivated violence. Of course, you had June 2022, the plot that was thwarted against Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. You had the Paul Pelosi was attacked in October of 2022. Obviously, you have the assassination attempts on President Trump, both of them. You have the arson at Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's home.
Yeah, and you have, of course, the Charlie Kirk assassination. And I think the Charlie Kirk assassination was such a shock to, especially to anybody who is in public life, that you could go with security to a university and simply have open debate, and you get shot in such a horrific way in front of college students. I'm still not over it. I'm just surprised how in the liberal media it's just kind of just gone away. Here, a lot of conservatives, and of course at Fox News, we have not forgotten. We will not.
Remember this a month ago, where those people are running and hide because of fear of assassination and violence and then now moving out of the way because calling all those loyalists and say we got a plan and we are going to run against Trump. Like, what do you mean Trump? Yeah, Trump, the Doge guy, we were good friends. We were good lovers back then. Well, what the hell is going on now? What? Well, yeah, we gotta go against him. But you guys were the same. You are the same stock from the same stew. What the hell? What's going on here? But yeah, and the thing is, like, you people are running. You are running scared. From what I don't know. Tell me. You tell me what you guys are running away from, because I don't know. Did you guys did something wrong and then you're trying to take cover? But, there's no hiding from the fight of creation. This thing is coming. Beloved, the reason why those people are running and hiding, because the blessing is done and they know what's coming. Whether they want it or they don't, it is coming. There is no way those folks going to escape this. No, there won't be no rapture. There won't be no second chance. There won't be no do-over. There won't be, hey, oops, my bad, my mistake. Let me do this again. Or, worse, let's do this together. Let us come together and warp wing together. No, I don't want your wing to touch my wing. Look, yeah, man, I'm not into this thing, man. This isn't something that we're going to get. No snoodling, man. There shall not be no snoodling in the midst of the nation here. None of that. Well, some dudes are into that backdoor entry stuff. I mean, they may not wear the cowboy hat, but they do wear the cowboy badge and the boots and they are the sheriff of the town. But we are not into these things. No, sir. Nah, we're not gonna come together and do stuff together and things like that. When you guys were throwing this party, we weren't invited. We didn't even know you guys were having a party. It's just after the fact, it's like, whoa, you guys had a party here? Like, goddamn. Because usually when people are having a party, or friends are having a party, we assume that we don't need invitation. We're already invited. For instance, let's say there's a party going on in our house. We don't need an invitation from our brother, sister, mother, father. We know the party's at the house. We show up. But they know we are going to do this, so they wait. Either when we're all away and stuff, they throw huge parties. Then when you come back from work, you realize your house is all dismantled and things is out. Like, whoa, what happened here? Well, did you guys have a party? Ah, man, we didn't buy what to bother you at work. So we throw this party, man, while you were away. It wasn't great, man, And this isn't something that happened once. It happened pretty much on a daily basis. Every time you go to work, you come back, some party was thrown in. You weren't invited. Sometime when you go you go right back to the store to get something. When you come back, a party was thrown. And you realize those people, it's not like they didn't want to bother you. They didn't want you here. Now, all the thought suddenly, immediately, at once, people want to invite you to a party right now. Now people are like, let's party, man. Let's party. Now you're going to have to throw a party and invite me. Nah, nigga, you are not invited to my party. And there are many signs, beloved, I would say, out there that indicated that those people are in trouble, okay? Elon Musk running, Trump, whatever they are presenting as Trump out there, is that when was the last time Trump made a tweet post, or what they call him, the X right now? When was the last time something random going on about Trump? Remember back in 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 2020, this guy, you could not turn it off. This dude was on all the time. Now it's very silent. What is Trump is doing right now? Nonetheless, it seems the attention is drifting away from the fellow. Okay, let's see what's going on with coming up with the signs.
Just a disturbing situation in Claremont County tonight. Listen to this. More than 70 vultures found dead at an elementary school.
Yeah, people wondering what in the world's going on here. They've been there for days, and as you can imagine, it has the community very concerned. Our WLWT News 5's Rachel Whalen is live in Pierce Township tonight with the holdup on getting those birds out of there. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Cherie and Mike. Yeah, we're actually standing a couple blocks away from those birds because, like you said, we don't know how they got here and we don't know if there are any potential health risks. The Pierce Township Fire Department says they were discovered on Monday and they've been asking the state for help to remove them. A disturbing sight behind St. Bernadette Elementary School. 72 dead vultures scattered across the basement.
72 dead vulture. Now, we had talked about this earlier in the podcast, the 21 days of our 40th days life fast, and integrity is the name of the video. You can go check it. We spoke about this being a horrible omen unto 83. Now, I'm going to go a little bit in depth on what this means and what the numbers mean. 72, for those of you who know, 7 plus 2 equals 9. 9 is the ultimate number, and no matter what you do, you can't get rid of 9. 9 is the loop. Once you see number 9, is destruction for them and protection from us. Protection for us. And number 9 means destruction for those people, no matter what they do, okay? Judgment. So you got 72 vulture. A vulture, it is known, it's a good bird. It's a good bird. A vulture is known to eat dead animals. Now you got dead animals that eat dead animals dead. Like, what is this? How do you explain this? What would have possibly killed vultures? And vultures, they really they are not predators, and they don't have predators like hawks and eagles. They kind of stay away from those dudes because they are predators, you know. Vultures are not hunters. They are not ambushers. They just wait until something dead and then they eat it. All right. And they are dead themselves. How are they gonna eat the dead? So, and they are no more in a Catholic school named Bernadette. Let's keep on moving. All right.
Small fields. Tonight, parents living next door say they've never seen anything like it.
Incredible. Wow. Unbelievable.
Dennis Bauer lives across from the field. His son is in kindergarten at St. Bernadette.
And this happened in a Catholic school called Saint Bernadette. Now, Bernadette is French for female Bernard or Bernard. So, I was asking the people what does the name Bernadette mean or Bernard. So let's see if we can get Google Gemini. Now we're gonna use this because ChatGPT is she having her womanness this month, so we don't really want to go ahead and work with that thing and stuff like that because things are happening and stuff. But anyway, oh boy, did it froze? Oh God, oh boy, oh good Lord, that thing is not responding. What the hell am I? Oh wait, is it? No, that's not what that is. I didn't. Damn it, man. There we go. This is what I did. There we go. Let's see what we're gonna have here. Let's see the AI mode. Since I have premium right now. See what we can get here. Okay, ask anything. Okay. Define the word or the name Bernadette. Really? I guess Gemini is having her womanness this month. Oh, she's thinking. The name Bernadette is a feminine giving name of French and German origin meaning brave bear or strong bear. All right, let me see what's going on here. Well, this thing usually talk to me. Origin and meaning. Origin is the female form of the masculine name Bernard or Bernard, which is derived from the old German elements Bern, bear, and hard, brave, strong, or hardy. Significance: the name carries connotation of strength, courage, and determination. Okay, why this thing is not speaking to me? I wanted to. Do we have Gemini here? I think we do. There we go. Let's see if it will speak with us. I want it to speak. Nano Pro Banana. I'm already pro. What is it? Is it loading? Forgive me, beloved. It's not like the computer. We don't have the mean to get another computer. This one is good. I have things in there. If I try to get things and then it won't work. Let's see what we have here. Okay, use microphone. It won't talk. What is the meaning of the name Bernadette? Okay, didn't catch that. Try again. Do a little research on the name Bernadette. What does it mean? Okay, well, that's not. All right. I'll take back what I say concerning. Define the name Bernadette. Good Lord. I'm wasting time in here. No, don't copy what I said. You know what? We gotta give it a moment. I think I'm too close to this. Define the name Bernadette. No, Bernadette. No, Bernadette. Yes. All right, man. So we're gonna have to go to this thing. I mean, you have AI in your, whatever that is. You would have thought cultural association. No, that's not. Here we go. So again, the name Bernadette is feminine from French name Bernard, which means brave bear, strong bear. Now, what is a bear? The representation of the bear. Some of you've been here with. Is that thing even recording? Is that what that is? Is that thing recording? Yes, it is. It is recording. So some of you been here with years with us. You know the bear is the representation of the Holy Spirit. We have this video 3-4 years ago where this mama bear was crossing 3 cubs from one side of the world to the other. So brave bear, strong bear, they're talking about the Holy Spirit is in the midst. Now Bernadette, what happening over there, 72 vulture fell in the Holy Cross here, fire, water, so that's fire, water, air, and earth. The Holy Cross is here, which is our stuff. Saint Bernadette, which means brave bear, the Holy Spirit. Now 72 vultures dropped dead at the local school. 2 + 7, 9, destruction. That means the Holy Spirit herself is bringing death to the vultures, to the one that been eating the dead bodies. Remember in the good book of Ezekiel, where the dead bodies fell into the valley of death, or whatever you want to call it, where the birds came in, the eagles, the hawks, the vultures, and all that. They eat until the bone remains. So now the vultures that been eating our dead body lie in the street for 2.5 days, 3 days, whatever you call it. The Holy Spirit is bringing death upon them. Death is in the Somerset. Okay, all right then, let's keep on moving.
St. Bernadette. He says these photos from the fire department left him stunned. He also says the birds have a history here.
There's an abandoned nursing home that we would drive by, and all the vultures would be perched up on the structure of the nurse.
Okay, you know what? Hang on, let me do something here. Oh, okay, all right, boy, I gotta stop this. Oh boy, I was gonna get the definition of the name Danish, but AI is trying Gemini. Is that what that is? Let's click this. Okay. Again, the computer is kind of old. I can get a new one, but the issue is just it won't work like this one. What is this? No, thanks. No, that's not what that is. Oh, God. Technology was supposed to get you advanced, but this thing is making you much more stupider. Thing is, right, let's see what we can ask here. Okay, all right, let's see. Thinking fast answer. No, we don't want it to get to think. We want fast answer. Let's see what we got here. Define the name Dennis. Let's see what the name Dennis means. Oh, Dennis as Denise, devotees of Dionysus, the blessing, okay? Follower of Dionysus or devotees of Dionysus, all right? Oh, boy, we completely forget about this, okay? Saint Denis, Dionysus is the blessing, the grape partying and all that, having a good time. Dionysus is all having a good time. And this fellow name is Denis Bauer. What does the name Bauer means? What does the name Bauer means? I don't know why this thing is not speaking to me. Bauer is a well-known German surname, originally the cardinal status name. Primarily means farmer, peasant. Meaning, the initial meaning Bur was an occupant of a Bur, small dwelling, building, leading a secondary meanings of neighbor or fellow citizen. So farmer is somebody that take care of the land, that bring food. So Dennis Bauer, the blessing of the land, the blessing of the farm, the blessing of the neighborhood, the blessing of the place, have these 72 judgment coming, have these dead vultures in the midst of it. Okay, that's what Dennis Bauer is. All right, then. I'm going to stop this. I will be back later on. I'm already at 30 minutes. Oh, good Lord. All right, then. All right, then. Okay, let's keep on moving. Come back for 16 p.m. That's good. That's good. All right, so Mr. Dennis here. Okay. Denise, or the father of Dionysus, the god of wine, drinking, partying, enjoying yourself and things. Is that mistletoe right here? Blessing. But anyway, so Bauer mean farmer, all right, or peasant, or somebody that take care of the land. All right, Danish, blessing, neighbor. And here's the thing: the guy named Dennis Bauer, Bauer also mean neighbor. And neighbor, he is a neighbor right here. And when you watch this, you know, well, why is it? There we go. Okay, original meaning, the initial meaning of burr was an occupant of a burr, a small dwelling or building, leading a secondary meaning to meanings of neighbor or fellow. Neighbor, Dennis Bauer. You can't make this up. And, you know, treat your neighbor the way that you want people to treat you. You know, treat yourself the way that you want your neighbor to treat you. But did their neighbor treat us well? We treat them well. Give them land, blessing, free labor, and all that. But then what? Nonetheless, let's keep on moving.
Nursing home for many years.
Bauer says parents learned about the birds Monday, and the rumors have been swirling ever since.
So there was a nursing home. Of course, you know, in there was a certain period of time, not too long ago, certain things was going on in the midst of 83, in the midst of the world. And they were trying to frame this thing on African American black folk, saying, oh, well, they have diabetes and things like that. But this specific issue had caused a ravaging thing in the midst of certain nursing centers, specifically down there in Florida, and a bunch of people that were hanging by a thread. And the thread got caught, so a lot of nursing homes, so to speak, abandoned. So if the vultures come and hang out at a nursing home, what happened at this nursing home? What were they all doing there in the first place? That is before this whole fiasco happened here. But nursing home, did everybody got a proper burial? At least what happened in that time. Well, if not, but okay, all right, well, okay, all right, whatever, you too.
Were they poisoned? Were they you know, what happened? You know, the bird flu, or, you know, so it just, no one really knows at this point.
The fire chief tells WLWT he believes the bird flu may be to blame. He says ODNR told them they don't have the resources to help and advised local crews to simply double bag and discard the birds.
So suddenly, those people do not have the resources to help like 72 birds to tell you, hey, they can't even come up with a lie anymore. Those people can't even come up with the believable lie. They can't even lie, and they can't even bother take the time to lie. So, oh yeah, well, this is what happened in during the solar flare, and the constituent of the river atmospheric launched this coefficient that sent the signal that messed with the bird, and unfortunately those birds were in this area where it happened. It won't never happen again. It's rarely. It happened before, but rarely. Every 2, 4, 5, 600,000 million years. They don't have that in them anymore. So just say, hey, shut the hell up, get double back, get this ish, and clean it out. That's all.
He's now reached out to the governor's office for help.
What worries us, you know, and we would like some answers of what it could be.
Bauer says the school has not sent any communication to parents, but even his 5-year-old, like many students, is talking about it.
He tries to pronounce, he calls them virtues. He says, Dad, have you found any more information about the virtues?
We did speak to officials from St. Bernadette's School today.
Well, Claremont, Pierce Township, Claremont County, is that what that is? Claremont. I wonder if Claremont has something to do with Carmel. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh boy, let's not talk loud. Define the name Clermont. Is that what that is? Clermont or no? Claire. Well, it's pretty much the same, but there is E without no A. Oops. Is that what that is? Yeah. It's the same. Clermont, Mount, habitational name. Claire, bright, clear, hill, mountain. Clear mountain, bright hill, and pierce, to pierce, to piercing, the light, shining bright, light fast is going on. All right, let's keep on moving. Oh, that's
Wardrobe is going to be short-lived. Do again? Yeah.
That's a bird?
Holy shit. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh my god. My eye? Yeah.
Oh shit, you're bleeding.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh.
The hell is going on with birds lately? Is that a pigeon? Was that a dove, or what is that? The dove? Is it some kind of? They didn't hurt her like that.
Wardrobe is going to be short-lived. Do again? Yeah.
Okay, so there's something going on with the birds. Things like that don't happen. People will say, okay, well, it's the wind that caused the bird to do this. Nah, usually this isn't something. Birds love the wind. In fact, the wind allowed them to fly, but not this thing right here. Horrible omen, This look like an angel, a white dove, something like that.
The man accused of dozens of rapes in Spokane in the late 70s and early 80s has died. Kevin Coe is believed to have died from natural causes in a group home in Federal Way. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Coe was accused of dozens of rapes, but was ultimately convicted of just one. In October, he was released from state custody because he was no longer considered to be a violent predator due to his age and poor health. Our Madeline Mullins joins us live outside the Spokane County Courthouse with reaction from some of Coe's victims. Madeline.
Well, it was just 2 months ago that a judge inside this courthouse made the decision to release Kevin Coe. And at the time, some of his victims shared that they were angry and scared. Today, I spoke with one of those women who says she feels relief now that he's dead. For decades, the dozens of women who had accused Coe of rape had to live with the fact that their attacker was still out there. Until today.
I'm crying, I think, because like my husband said, this is 45, almost 50 years of things with so many people and so many survivors.
Shelly Monahan, one of Coe's early victims, spoke with us by phone, saying this brings her some sense of peace.
Your feeling is one of relief, but also one of just sadness. This has been a very long journey for a lot of people, and I'm hoping and praying that he found Jesus before he took his last breath.
Yeah, the whole find Jesus thing, the rapist that rape you, and then you praying for him to find Jesus. I can tell you, I can guarantee you, wherever this man is going, he is not going to find Jesus, or maybe he will. Maybe we're going in this 24 hours super soon now when you see the Pope, Mr. Francis, Pat Robertson, Jimmy Carter, the Queen, and all the other scumbag barbecuing for 24/7. Yeah. Yeah, he'll find Jesus there. No, he will find it there.
We've spoke with Shelley over the last 40 years. Most recently, back in October, when Coe was released from the Special Commitment Center on McNeil Island because of his age and health. She was cautiously optimistic that Coe couldn't harm another woman, and now he can't. But despite that, Shelley says it's not cause for celebration.
There's going to be people that are saying, ding dong, the witch is dead. Great. This is great news. Any way you look at this whole situation, this whole long journey, you can't really celebrate,
Well, with the last name being Cain, so yeah, you can celebrate this. A follower of Dionysus and party and stuff, but whatever, man. Let's keep on moving.
Back up. Police! Anyone inside? Vamos arriba! Yvonne, why don't you back up? Kids, come on. You come to me.
Yeah, exclusive video tonight of the moment 5 children, including a baby, were found locked in a shed behind a house in Ogden.
This was back on November 15th. Ogden police were investigating the shoplifting incident, which led them to 36-year-old Wilbur Rojas, wanted on a felony warrant.
Now, Brian Wolf went through some of that body cam video and spoke to police and child abuse advocates about the case. He's live at the Utah Children's Justice Center tonight, one of the many places offering safe harbor for victims of abuse. Brian, a terrible story.
Yeah, yes, indeed, Mark. This place offers, safe facilities for victims of abuse like the children in this case. And these new videos highlight the abuse happening in that backyard in Ogden with the mother who was away accused of shoplifting and a father that was already wanted by police.
Why are they locked in the shed?
We shouldn't be in there.
Ogden police body cameras were rolling when they unlocked a shed as they were serving a search warrant looking for 36-year-old Wilbur Rojas. What they found shocked everybody.
You come to me.
5 children ranging in the age from a few months old to 6 years old were locked inside this shed.
So it is always amazing to me to see the most people that are online talking about, we gotta save the children, we need to protect them, or the one that are abusing, killing, murdering, and doing all those horrible things to those children. Those people always want to come after people that look like us. The CPS is what? Come on, the CPS is not there to help any of our people. They are here to ignore things like that, to pretend they didn't know about it or they don't know it happened, and come after people in the nation that have discipline in the house. It's not like our people are abusing their children. They have discipline. You ain't gonna come in my home and do all this nonsense and thinking like you can go out over there and do, raging and stuff like that. But they ignore people like this. Those are the people that do this type of thing. As you can see, beloved, more and more of 83 are losing their freaking mind. And they are literally, destroying their own children. Their own thing. All right, so this is horrible, but hey, this is the end.
Come here, sweetheart.
The fact that door was secured from the outside, that scares me.
Former law enforcement officer Chris Bertram says this posed a huge fire safety risk.
You saw these officers, it caught them off guard, and I think they still wanted to continue searching, but quickly realized, we got to take care of these kids.
After rescuing the kids, police turned their attention to Rojas, who was hiding in a car in the backyard. They used a non-lethal beanbag round to get him to come out of the car.
Yeah, let's do a beanbag.
Keep going, put your hands up.
This happens right in our backyard.
Child abuse advocate Caroline Aston says the kids were left with no resources, nowhere to go, and were left to watch themselves, making for a dangerous situation.
Where do children go when law enforcement steps in like that?
The best option we've seen so far is a children's justice center. They can be taken there, and it's really kind of a one-stop shop for a lot.
Okay, so they like those kids in there with all this filth. They don't let them out. Okay, it's in this people community. It's called protecting. I'm protecting you from the wall out there because everything is so dangerous. And hish happen to me, and I don't want the same hish happen to you. Therefore, I'm gonna lock your ass over there and protecting you. I'm a good parent. I'm going to, well, I'm not gonna tell you I'm swagger jacking and shoplifting things out there, but anyway, this is what that is. Those people are literally losing their freaking mind.
Now to a shocking homicide in northeastern Arizona, where the Navajo County Sheriff's Office is investigating the murder of a well-known resident up there. She was the ex-wife of a prominent farmer and landowner from Southern California. 12 News journalist Sean Rice is in Pine Top in the White Mountains, 3 hours northeast of the valley, with the latest on the investigation.
Who killed Carrie Abadi? That's the question Navajo County Sheriff's Office deputies are working diligently to answer. Their investigation has now crossed state lines, executing search warrants at the home and properties of Carrie's estranged husband. On a sprawling 14-acre property in Pine Top.
Every bit of the home and every bit of the property was scoured and looked at. In different lightings, in daytime and nighttime. With
members of the Navajo County Sheriff's Office spent days looking for evidence to find the person who shot and killed 59-year-old Carrie Abadi inside her home. Tell me how the Navajo County Sheriff's Office became aware that there was a homicide the night of November 20th in Pine Top.
So again, as you can see, there is this rampant things going on concerning mogul elites, people, millionaires that for some reason they find them shot to death, or they shot themselves to death, or something horrible happened to them, and they used to be this huge mogul or mongol or whoever they were. They had all the money, all the prestige, all the blessing, but for some reason now, what the hell? What's going on here? Well, the thing is, the blessing is over and the judgment is in the midst. Death in your summer said that's what that is. There's nothing you can do about this. You can complain about it, but it ain't gonna stop. A lot of the people that worship the so-called the elite now, they are seeing that, sheesh, this thing, something is really going on out there, and it's not pretty.
Well, the initial call to 911 was a call for medical assistance.
Deputy Chief Brian Swanty isn't able to say who called 911.
So it was from another person that was at the residence and heard a noise and then went to investigate and then found the victim.
But when Pine Top fire personnel arrived, they realized this was not a medical emergency, finding Carrie with a gunshot wound.
I was very, very surprised.
Pine Top resident Terry calling the murder investigation out of the ordinary for this area.
This is a really close-knit neighborhood. This loop, I've only been here for about 8 months now, but everybody's real congenial and everybody knows each other.
November 25th, the sheriff's office were granted multiple search warrants signed by a judge, allowing them to search multiple properties in El Centro, California, one of them being the home of Carrie's ex-husband, Michael Abadi. He is a well-known player in the production of crops, owning millions.
Michael Abadi. Michael might as well catch that body. Did Michael catch the body? What's going on here? Michael Abadi. All right, then. Who killed Maria Abadi? All right, well, that's good. We'll see. Michael in the mist. You know what to do.
Of dollars worth of farmland all across the Imperial Valley.
I want to make it very clear that investigators are looking at all the directions. They're looking at everything from horizon to horizon on different leads. The information that we have right now does kind of lead that direction.
Would you classify him as a suspect, a person of interest, or something different?
I'm not going to call him a suspect, but certainly right now, investigative lead, as we have other investigative leads as well.
Court records in California show the pair divorced in 2023 and were right in the middle of a court battle on how much alimony money Carrie would receive on a monthly basis. In Pine Top, Sean Rice, 12 News.
Yikes. Yikes. That is bad. Ooh. Michael in the mist with the bayonet. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Men publicly executed by Taliban in Afghanistan stadium for allegedly murdering 13 people. Oh, that's good. In a stadium? Damn. That's nice. Video shows DC men taken down by U.S. troops in Japan. Another, videos, things to suck our energy and things like that. Moment mistress nearly plunged to her death from window while hiding from lover's wife. Alright, I want to see this. Don't put music in. This is in China. This is the heart-stopping moment a mistress slips while clinging to the edge of a 10th floor, number 10, window as she tries to escape her lover's wife. That's a little.
Hey, hey! Oh! Oh! What's up? What's up? What's up?
The cheating husband reportedly panicked when his wife returned home early and pushed his mistress out of the ledge. Come on, man. Now, the cookie was good until the authentic genuine oven came back home, and then you push this one out, man. Ah, damn. Oh, man. Really?
What's up? 我操！他太有病了！我操！他不怕摔下来吗？
Damn. She's knocking on somebody. That's effed up right now. For those of you who may not know, this is pretty common in China. It's pretty common around the world, but in certain society or community, things like that, it must occur in order for you to be this macho man, Randy Savage. You know, this guy is a rick, but until the real thing comes, I mean, come on, fellas, this is your home, man. What the hell happened to? They ain't got no hotel over there in China. What the hell is this? But anyway, I just wanted to see this, man. Crazy. 10th floor, Michael and the Miss.
It's been 3 days, and a mom and dad still don't know what happened to their daughter.
I have no idea. It's like she just disappeared.
Rebecca and Richard Russell say their 20-year-old daughter, Kaylee, had a flat tire Sunday.
The frame's messed up, her alignment's messed up, so it was messing up her tires.
Kaylee's dad helped her put a donut on her Volkswagen at the Loveland Johnstown Park and Ride.
So he called her, talked to her at 6:10 p.m. on Sunday, reached out to her friend that she was supposed to go see in Pierce. He didn't see her, that she never got there.
Since then, no sign of her.
Her phone has been off since that time. There's been no use on her debit card.
The snow has Kaylee's parents pleading for help.
It's devastating. Like, I'm losing hope on finding her because there's nothing. Like, any leads we've got, they haven't been her. This doesn't help the cold, and I just don't know how. Like, my thought is somebody grabbed her, but then where's her car?
Evans police say there were.
I'm just going to leave this here for a moment while I rambling a little bit concerning this. I mean, for those of you that have eyes to see, you can see it. This is an unfortunate event here where you have your daughter and she had a flat tire from whenever that was, and ever since then, you never heard from her. You don't know what happened. You don't know what was going on. Her debit card wasn't used and stuff like that. Usually, I'm going to take the initiative and say this. When things like that happen, the parents are on TV or online or on the news and they are crying like that. Usually when the child or the children are small, such as, they can't take care of yourself, you suspected that the parents might have something to do with it. But in that case, the daughter or the child in that case is a grown woman and she's an adult. There are certain signs in her face that said she's struggling with certain things. I don't know if it's substance, but usually certain spots, and acne, or warts, and things like that. Whenever you see someone wearing huge long sleeves, especially women, long sleeve, where everybody have short sleeve over there, short sleeve. I'm assuming this is a long sleeve too. But with her, she's wearing long sleeve pretty much everywhere. They might hide some type of other acne or mark that they have. But nonetheless, this is me deducting. Number 10 here, and with the butterfly there, those people that are into the whole Illuminati things. Is that what that is? Is that what that is with the butterfly? Now, remember back 2008, 2009, where people were talking about the Illuminati in Hollywood? Silence of the Lamb. Silence of the Lamb? There we go. There we go. That's for the people to, for those of you who know, what's going on here. She was sacrificed. Anyway, I don't know.
Worried for Kaylee's safety. Family and friends say they are starting search parties today. They're asking for help. They say they're putting up flyers like this one around different northern Colorado towns. Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
Amanda, thank you. Once again, Kaylee Russell disappeared Sunday. Last seen near the Loveland-Johnstown Park and Ride. Police say she was driving the car you see here, a black 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan. If you've seen her, you are asked to call police.
All right. Not quite sure what's going on here. But things people are turning out to be missing, And, oh boy, there's so many things in here. Woman who live stream car accident that killed sister dies in drive-by shooting. Good grief.
A woman who made headlines for killing her sister in a live-streamed car crash was reportedly killed in a drive-by shooting. Reports from Stockton, California say Obdulia Sanchez died on December 2nd. In 2017, then 18-year-old Sanchez was driving drunk with her sister and a friend in the backseat of her car when she crashed the vehicle. She then continued streaming, even showing her sister's dead body to the audience. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading no contest to charges that included vehicular manslaughter. She was released after serving just over 2 years, but didn't stay out of trouble. After 2 years, she was back in court when cops say she refused to stop her car and led them on a police chase. No arrests have been made in her death, and the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information to come forward. For Inside Edition Digital.
And I can guarantee you no one's going to come forward, so those are the gang life, they live this life where they don't care. They don't care. It's just like you cause your sister to die, and this is the answer. This is the thing. You die too.
Now to the developing story on Long Island, and it is a family tragedy. An elderly couple is dead after they were stabbed to death inside the deli they own in Bethpage. Their son is now in custody, and the community there is stunned by this incident. Long Island reporter Stacey Sager is live in Bethpage in Nassau County with the very latest on what we know. Stacey.
Well, Liz, what we know is this was an elderly couple, very well known around here because their deli here in Bethpage, well, it was a staple. What we also know is what several eyewitnesses tell us, that for some reason, one of their grown children, a son, admitted that he stabbed both of them here this morning, and then he calmly walked right out.
Their family grieving on this horrifying day here in Bethpage. The elderly couple who ran A&A Italian Deli here on Hicksville Road, they were both stabbed to death early this morning in what appears to be an absolute family tragedy. Joe Boros, a longtime customer, was inside the deli at the time.
This is the worst thing that ever happened to me in my lifetime. And I'm 97 years old.
Good grief. This dude is 97? All right, man. That's nice. Being 97 and walk around and go get your food and do your own things. You know, that's good. That's good. So you see an uptick in children murdering their parents, okay? This dude went in there and stabbed both his mother and father and killed them. Which I'm assuming they are seniors. He probably in his 30s, 40s. They haven't said anything. There was an incident again, and I believe it's in California. Is it this one? Something in California. I'll look for it. But they are killing their parents, man.
He explains that one of the couple's children, their son, showing no emotion, admitted to the alleged crime.
I just seen the son walking out, and he says that I stabbed my parents, and that was it.
And nothing else?
Nothing else. He was very cool and like nothing happened.
Moments later, another eyewitness shooting this video on his cell phone showing the couple's son taken by police and then placed down on the ground.
He's just sitting there and didn't run, nothing, didn't put up a fight, anything. I just seen bloody hands when they turned him around. That was all.
The son's car.
Do you know what that is, beloved? To have the strength and the guts to stab both of your parents to death, and they're screaming and telling you, like, son, why? Of course, the typical things. Oh, well, you know, he was suffering from PTSD, mental illness, and things like that, and stuff. Well, the blessing is done, man, and the angels are in the midst, and you people refuse to admit what you did to our people. And you think this gravy train is going to keep on moving. Well, no. Derailment.
Are remaining here at the scene throughout the day as investigators collected evidence. Meanwhile, this community was in absolute shock as A&A has been a go-to here for more than 3 decades.
They were just hardworking people, you know, I mean, a staple, like in this neighborhood for so long.
People think when stuff like that happen, they are hardworking people, staple in this neighborhood, good people, and then you think their life is going great, or they treat their children well, or their children are doing well. People think when they see a person being successful, they are involved in some kind of like thing that appear to making them look successful. They are successful, they're running a business or whatever. And people are like, oh, how could this thing happen to them? Of course, this one wearing the Holy Cross Hour things. Number 2 here, number 7 plus 2. You know what to do. It's right in your face. There's nothing we can do about this. Judgment is in the midst. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's upon everyone, except for a group of people.
Like, it's crazy to believe they're not here anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you know, an Italian family, they always argue and it was always loud in there, but, you know, they always got along. I never saw a problem with anybody or anything like that. No, they were just...
Up until now. Hang on, let me decipher here this right there. Up until now. Number 12 here, number 7 here, number 4. 12, you know what to do. Number 7 here in the midst, and the 4 where these things happen. These things are literally, we are here. this perfect judgment is on behalf of the 12 people in this corner of this earth.
They were great people.
Great people. And the deli here, it was known to be packed in the mornings. The couple was known, if you didn't have enough money, they said, don't worry, and they never turned anybody away.
And then they are no more. That's what that is. Let's keep on moving. Okay, the one in California, that's a son stabbing their parents, okay? How long we are into this thing?
What can you tell us happened here this afternoon?
So earlier this afternoon, our dispatch center received a 911 call about 12:04 in the afternoon stating they saw a male white subject walk up to an open garage in the 500 block of Hawksbill. They also reported hearing several gunshots. When our officers arrived on scene, they found a male and a female down in the driveway area suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. They were subsequently transported to a local hospital. And just recently, the detective on scene at the hospital has informed me that unfortunately they both succumbed to their injuries.
Can you tell if this was a targeted or?
Yeah, so we don't believe this is a random act. We do believe the victims were targeted. We'll have more information on that as the investigation proceeds further.
We need something for where the sun picture is there. Is that the one? Oh, no. Dinner among friends turned into a deadly shooting. No. A lot of people are killing and dying out there. God dang. Oh, boy. All right, let's take this one. Deadly Houston carjacking. Deadly crash. Intensifies call revoked. Tempe Tavern Liquor. Deadly. I'm not going to play the Taliban one because of YouTube. Mother and stepfather of Rebecca Park accused of torturing her to death. I'm going to take that. 2 teens charged in brutal murder of 14-year-old girl in Northwest Florida. I'm going to take this. Those are not teens. Those are grown-ass men murdering people out there and pretend to be, oh, I don't know what I'm doing and stuff like that and things and stuff. Yeah, but damn.
But right now we do know that there's no danger to the public that we believe, but we're still acting on some active investigation leads.
Okay, all right, well then no more words. But damn, your own children murders you, man. And the thing is, beloved, here's what happened. A lot of the stuff out there, a lot of the young men, especially young white men, they are not receiving what they were promised. They are not receiving what their forefathers or what their fathers had. They were told if they did this and then if they do that, they're all going to receive the blessing or whatever. When they see this right now, they are saying this is nothing but despair, hopelessness, and garbage. There's nothing I can do. And I can't just sit there and watch my parents that lied to me. And I'm enjoying the blessing. Time for you guys to go so I can enjoy his. Either I'm going to stab you to death or I'm going to shoot you to death. People always say like, oh, well, we got to be, be worried of the super predators. Black men are the most violent and stuff. They got to stay away from them. Let's move to this neighborhood and stay away from the gang because we're all gang. Stay away from the gang 2/3 and stuff like that. They draw bites and we're just going to do this, going to do that and stuff. And then you got murdered by your own son. Killed both parents, man. I'm just assuming they are white. I'm just assuming they are not people that look like us. And if they all look like us, they are not one of us. All right, let's keep on moving, okay? Get rid of this.
In Smyrna, a night out with friends turned violent. Police say one man was shot and killed by a man he had just gone out to dinner with.
Well, Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live in Cobb County tonight. Denise, police had been searching for that shooter.
Yes, and they knew who they were looking for because there were several witnesses to this shooting. Police had been searching for Nakia Williams, and yesterday morning, he turned himself in here at the Cobb County Jail.
They're all friendly with each other. They had gone out to dinner earlier on Saturday evening.
A group of friends getting together on a Saturday night. After dinner, they came back to this home in the Viningsbrook subdivision.
All still hanging out and just spending time together and talking. It was a rather small group of about 5 to 7 people total.
The night stretched into the early morning hours of Sunday. Police say the homeowner, Tori Harris, asked one of the guests, 50-year-old Nakia Williams, to leave.
The suspect, Mr. Williams, didn't want to leave the house, and there was a verbal altercation that ensued and a physical altercation. And according to the witnesses, all of a sudden there was a gun.
Witnesses told police there was a single gunshot. When police showed up, they found 48-year-old Tori Harris on the pavement.
48-year-old Mr. Williams, William, great fighter, braver, Michael in the midst. Beloved, telling you the truth, at this time right now, this is not the proper time to go out there and drink with certain people. I'm not telling you not to go out or anything to do anything, but there are certain people, the vibration is too high for them. They won't be able to ascend, and they are acting who they truly are. If somebody did this to your friend, that means you had this hatred in your heart forever. You've been holding back on it, you know. You went and dined and wine and dine, play and laugh and talk to end up murdering this person. When they tell this gentleman, I'm saying what they are saying here. They tell this fellow to leave the house. You know, he didn't want to. Probably drunk out of his mind. And one thing that's going on in the midst of the black community is these psychotic people. They hear words you didn't say it. I had this issue started with me in 2021 to be precise, where people would email me and say, why'd you say this about me? I heard you say this while you were on your live. You were talking to me, and I know you were talking to me because I've done this and stuff. How did you know? And I have a young woman calling me and said I tapped her phone. You know, she accusing me of following her and things like that. So I didn't fully understand what it was, but psychosis is very, very bad in the midst of the black community because of a lot of things. One, primary, the PTSD. Two, this thing, smoking this thing. What does psychosis has to do with smoking cannabis? This is a significant and well-researched link between smoking cannabis and psychosis, particularly for individuals who are already genetically vulnerable. So we talk about this multiple times, and this thing that they have out there, it's not the same thing. Okay, you got people that are out of their mind. Okay, they are going to come at you. They are going to literally kill you. They are going to literally, oops, not this one. All right. They are going to literally harm you because they thought you say something when they are into this thing. I avoid those people all the time. There are certain people you don't need to go out and drink with. I don't drink. I don't know if anybody out there do. When I drink, it's a medical thing, or I'm making a potion or something and there's alcohol in it. I might taste it and stuff, but I do not drink for the sake of drinking or going around and partying and drink. I don't do that. Neither I don't smoke or do drugs or anything like that. My favorite drugs are food. I'm addicted to carbs. I'll kick the cookies addiction, you know, and then when I say I kick that cookie addiction, I'm talking about that cookie. Yeah, the sugar, it's been a year now. I'm clear. And I am I'm gonna keep on going, forever, not messing with this thing. I eat sweet stuff, and once in a while I have the proper cookie. But this one that keep me in this shaking state, scratching, and I need this thing. Wake up in the middle of the night, get in my car, go driving around, see if I can find any store in the corner, finding this thing. I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't do that anymore. I'm clear. But when it comes to addiction to carbs and other stuff and food, I'm still struggling. I'm doing a little bit better though, but I'm still struggling. So anyway, I just wanted to check and double check with the nation on this psychosis thing. There are a lot of people, they are out of their mind. They hated your guts. Don't drink and smoke with them. Do your shit alone, man. All right.
Officers arrived on scene and they found the victim deceased in front of the residence on the little walking path up to the front door.
The man with the gun took off before police arrived.
The suspect in this case had fled the scene in a vehicle. They were able to locate the vehicle on some cameras that we have, and they were able to get some information on the suspect who had fled the scene.
Police began searching for Nakia Williams. Wednesday morning, he turned himself in. He's charged with murder and aggravated assault.
And again, beloved, when you watch this, I mean, this man done this probably out of anger, probably out of drunkenness, probably something happened, he react. Okay, he react, and we keep telling our people, please, anyone out there, don't let your emotion get the best of you. You probably are drinking at this person. He probably wasn't the right. He probably was the one who invited them over and paid for the food, and then got home and they said something disrespectful to him. Or the complete opposite. He was ungrateful and he said something disrespectful for them. But you don't let your emotion. Now you kill your best friend or somebody, 48 years old, 4 + 8, you know what to do. And then you're going to go to jail for a very long time. And this man doesn't look like he's 18 or whatever. Even you were 18. The minimum you're going to get, probably, it's 25. So let's say this dude is like 50, man. He get 25 years, you get out when you're 75. Come on, man.
To turn himself in, then have a tactical team go in searching for him. So I am glad that he did turn himself in.
And neighbors tell me Torrey Harris was an all-around wonderful guy. They say his celebration of life service is Saturday. Reporting live in Cobb County, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
This is in Atlanta, man. Just like, all people over there in Atlanta, man, be careful out there, man. Some of those folks are out of their freaking mind, man.
If we begin with the Tempe bar, raided twice in the past year for underage drinking, now part of a deadly hit-and-run investigation.
Tempe police say the 19-year-old suspected driver was inside the bar before the deadly crash. Fox 10's Kenzie Beach joins us live with new details tonight. Kenzie.
Yeah, we're talking hundreds of arrests just this year alone for underage drinking here at Tempe Tavern. And now the popular College Bar is at the center of a death investigation. City leaders want the liquor license revoked by the state board.
It's the blatant and brazen disregard for the law that's upsetting me. Other establishments in Tempe aren't seeing this problem.
Busts at Tempe Tavern continue. Over 170 in April. The latest in November led to 250 arrests, majority of them underage.
Yeah, I would like to see the liquor license revoked.
Tempe City councilors like Randy Keating say their hands are tied when it comes to shutting down Tempe Tavern.
Unfortunately, the city doesn't have a lot of power here. It's really
Tavern.
Unfortunately, the city doesn't have a lot of power.
Like Randy Keating say their hands.
So you can see the word Moab here, okay? Adams, UOPN, okay? Number 10 here. I can't see that there's a number right here, too bright. But there are certain stuff here. You can see it. Mafia or Oyer.
Are tied when it comes to shutting down Tempe Tavern.
Unfortunately, the city doesn't have a lot of power here. It's really the state liquor board that needs to take action. I'm surprised stricter action wasn't taken after the first incident. And unfortunately, there's been a tragic accident in the city.
Tempe police have connected a 19-year-old ASU student, Ava Bello, to a deadly September hit and run.
Someone is dead and someone's life is potentially ruined. And it's a tragedy. Someone's life is...
Okay, rural ward 1200, 12800, number 812. You already know what's going on here. Let's keep on moving.
Potentially ruined, and it's a tragedy, and it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been allowed to happen.
Police shared these photos, who they say shows Bello at Tempe Tavern around 11 p.m. in September. Police say she walked home from the bar before getting behind the wheel of a Chevy Camaro. 18-year-old Joseph Gonzalez was on a motorcycle when he collided with a self-driving car. Seconds later, he was hit by Bello, who quickly left the scene. Bello does not face any underage drinking charges, but felony charges related to the hit and run.
It's not a coincidence that it's happening at this one establishment. It cannot be just some accident or spin of the cosmic wheel.
2 men arrested after a series of mail theft and check washing incidents in northern Arizona.
All right. Wow. Anyway, so happy to have neck beard right there. But anyway, so this place, people are killing. So many people are dying, man. Those young folks, and they are drinking because they don't care about the future anymore. This isn't something that they're like, oh man, I have a bright future in front of me and stuff like that. Nah, man, they're like, yo, I'm done with this hish. I ain't got nothing else to lose. I'm done. And then that's it,
Good evening, I'm Root Raj. We begin with a truly disturbing story that's been getting national attention. And tonight we're learning new horrific details behind the death of a young mother and her baby. Fox 2's Jessica Duknak is here in studio with the latest for us tonight. Jess?
Roop, this horror story all unfolding up north in Wexford County. Gasped in the courtroom today in Cadillac as new details came to light. 22-year-old Rebecca Park went missing in early November, and she was about to give birth. Today, her biological mom and stepdad charged in her murder. We do want to warn you, this is incredibly graphic.
Oh, boy.
Case, we had 2 individuals that created a plan. They conducted research. They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
Good Lord. Woo! Good grief. Her own mother and stepfather, she was 21 years old. Why would they cut the baby out of her? Maybe, I don't know. Let me follow this again. Man, that woman reaction in the back, like, good grief.
Took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby.
Man.
This is...
Look at the reaction of the people. This woman in the back and all the people over there.
And they conducted research. They brought Rebecca Park to their home. They forced her into a vehicle and took her into the woods where they stabbed her, forced her to lie on the ground while they cut her baby out of her, ultimately causing her death and the death of the baby. This is as heinous and as awful a case as it could be.
Both Courtney and Bradley.
So those are the people that are online. We gotta save the children. Black people, beat their children and stuff and things like that. We need to do this so the children need to be safe. Are the children safe over there? You take your own grown daughter, okay? Your grown daughter, pregnant at the time, and you took her to a forest, stabbed her, okay? And you cut the baby out of her. And, ultimately the baby died and the mother died. And those are the people like, well, we need to come together with them. They are the same as us. I digress. Okay. All right. News 9 and 10 at the top right here. You can see it. I'm expecting a phone call here. So, excuse me. All right, so number 9 and 10 here, man. Horrible.
Bartholomew charged with murder and 7 other felonies each. They were denied bond. We learned officially in court Tuesday Rebecca's baby was killed, although a body has not been found. Rebecca's body was discovered in the forest near where she was last seen, just outside of Cadillac. That was last week. While she was missing, Rebecca's bio mom did TV interviews pleading for her daughter's safe return. Now Rebecca was adopted at 1 year old. Her adoptive mother says Rebecca leaves behind 2 boys, 2 and 3 years old.
Okay, she was adopted. Okay, she was adopted. So it wasn't truly their daughter. So they hated her guts.
In her care, but the big question tonight is why did this all happen?
Yeah,
why?
And how could someone who says that they're a mother even get close to hurting their own child and a grandchild at that point? Do we know that was the intent, according to investigators, was to take this baby away, kill the baby, and in turn kill the woman? Or what was what was the first?
That's the thing. It's just everything happening is so confusing now. You see, usually there would have been a motive. For instance, she did this because the stepfather was the father. She was going to tell, but she's 21. You know, we could have assumed if she was like 15 or 12 years old or whatever, underage, I shall say below 18, it would have been the stepfather, you know, who got her pregnant and she didn't want the people. But this is a 21-year-old woman. You took her, you tortured her, and you cut her baby out of her. Hoy.
There
Do they have any idea?
are so many theories that are going around. A big one is that maybe they wanted to sell the baby. I know they have some drug priors. Nothing confirmed from police. And we do want to talk, too, about the 2 other people that were charged in all of this. Unrelated charges, but it does seem like some conspiracy. The child's father charged and Rebecca Park's younger sister. So I still think there's a lot more to unpack in all of that.
The child father is charged in the murder. The sister, this is a messed up family, man. Well, again, what would you expect of a group of people that look just like that? I mean, the whole family, the mother, stepfather, the father's father of the son of the child that is killed, and the sister of her sister, they all are arrested. That means they were all in it. And they hated the guts of this woman. And they wanted to kill her. You know, they wanted to kill her. And then that's what happened. Horrible thing, man. Like, God damn. Oh, anyway, beloved, why is all those stuff are happening? How long we are into this thing? And we got another 4 minutes to go into this. I'm expecting a phone call. Okay. Still, they haven't called. Anyway, Genesis 15, verse 13, and he said unto Abraham, "Oh, no over treaty that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. And they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years." 1619, 2019. Beloved, right after 2019, you get in 2020, the entire world go down, and it never go back to normal. It's getting worse. All you see the uptick in accident, plane crash, murdering, things that don't make any sense anymore. Back then, things used to make sense. You know, a mother killed a child. Why? Because she was mad at the father, or the daughter was sleeping with the dad, or something like that. But now it seems everybody is involved killing people. You are seeing that, you know, Trump used to be, whatever the hell happened to Trump, man? This guy used to be in the news all the time, tweeting, you know, sending stuff. Whatever happened? I don't hear anything from him. What's up with Trump? What is it? He used to keep us entertained with his antics, but what the hell? But things change. The reason is because Genesis 15, verse 40, and it said, "And that nation whom they shall serve will I judge." And the Holy One is judging this nation from the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. As you can see, the Elon Musk, the elites, they are running and hiding. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can say. And because the blessing is done, it's over, okay? Sorrow from much needs, a lot of sorrow, fiery conflagration. We haven't get to a fire yet, but got plenty. Destruction by pestilence among the cattle. As you can see, cattle is another word for animals. You see the vultures, they drop dead and things like that. Famine of the world. And you see how those people like those children in the shed, and, you know, it's starving them. Destruction by earthquakes and the sword, and mostly of the sword we see a lot of people are killing people. Couple stab at Delhi, Long Island, son in custody, sword is in the midst. Let's keep on moving.
Now to a Fox 35 exclusive tonight. A teenager is now afraid to fish after being attacked by a man who says that kid was too close to his home.
The victim says he never had an issue fishing in that neighborhood before. Fox 35's Esther Bowers hearing from the victim today.
The victim tells me he was fishing at a neighborhood pond just like this one, which he's done several times in the past, when suddenly a stranger came up behind him and assaulted him.
Grabbed my fishing pole and grabbed me and kicked me down.
15-year-old Leonidas Diaz still feels down after he was attacked doing what he loves.
I'm scared of fish now. If someone comes up to me, I'm gonna just like walk away as fast as I can because I don't know what's gonna happen now.
Leonidas tells Fox 35 he was fishing with his friends at a neighborhood pond near Breckenridge Circle when a man told him to get off his property. He started walking away when the homeowner allegedly attacked.
I was bawling out in tears, I'm not gonna lie.
Police believed the teen and his friends who also saw the attack, but they didn't believe this man's story about what happened. Wesley Boyd told officers he just threw the fishing pole and the teen, quote, slipped and fell to the ground on his own. In these charging documents, police say
we find these bloody black men, on the floor with the baseball bat. He was walking and he's slipping and he fall repeatedly to this baseball bat, and that's what happened. People are losing their marbles, man, and then they are doing petty things, petty stuff. Like, hey, that's what happened.
Boyd was the primary aggressor and is now facing 1 count of child abuse without great bodily harm.
Fishing was like my main thing, but like I really don't want to go fishing no more.
Fishing is really all the teen can do right now because he was just in a motorcycle accident a few months ago, and this attack made his injuries from that even worse.
I kicked the back of it. Thought it was like the most peaceful sport I could do because like I'm already injured. My hands work, so I could reel fish in and stuff.
Leonidas says he's sharing his story so other kids can be aware. He doesn't want to see anyone else get hurt.
Well, the fishers become the hunter, and the guy was fishing, and a hunter coming and start beating the crap out of him. Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
17-year-old boy is dead tonight after an illegal firework exploded in the backyard of his South LA home. The blast so powerful, neighbors say they thought it was a bomb going off.
And they say illegal fireworks are all too common in the area. Rick Chambers live in Vermont Knolls with the tragic details tonight. Rick?
Yeah, Mike, a local resident say it was just a matter of time before something like this happened at this young man's home. They say illegal fireworks were frequently stored there and set off there, and it had been going on for a while. 4th of July at 84th and Flower here in South LA. Illegal fireworks in the streets, close to residents and their homes. Apparently not an unusual sight here. But last night, a fatal mistake was made handling these fireworks.
I heard a big firecracker like thing. It sounded like a gunshot. So I came outside to check and see if my car was okay.
This woman lives nearby, but wants to remain anonymous.
I walked around to the side to see if any of the windows or anything was broken.
Everything okay?
Mm-hmm. But it was just so powerful.
It was just after 9 p.m. on Wednesday. A 17-year-old boy named Alex was in this Vermont Knolls yard when pyrotechnics, possibly homemade, suddenly went off.
Just on my porch, big loud bang, 3 of them, boom, boom, boom.
Police say the blast set the young man on fire. He would later die at the hospital.
Ooh.
This is earlier video, though, of that same teen's yard. You can see boxes and boxes of fireworks stacked up. Footage from Sky.
Okay, what do those guys get? This is California. Isn't it virtually impossible to get anything over there? I'm not quite sure how stuff work over there. How does a teen or where do they get those things? How do they ship them? How did those people get those stuff? Damn.
Sky 5 shows large mortar tubes in the driveway used to launch the aerial bombs. Police hazmat and bomb teams hauling it all away.
I'm so sad, just right around the holidays too. I know the family's sad. God bless his family.
Just across the street, you can see the empty cases of fireworks littering the curb. Locals say it's been a problem for a while.
Little kids get a hold of them and then that's it,
it's all bad.
They still be popping fireworks. They just be popping them, like all the time.
Only time will tell, though, if this young man's death ignites some sort of change in the neighborhood. And still no word yet on where the 17-year-old may have gotten the fireworks or if someone else on the property may get arrested in this case. In South LA, I'm Rick.
Well, there's the thing now, because a 17-year-old stupid ass mofo go out there and did this thing, and probably an innocent person in the house will get, arrested. And people are like, well, he's 17, he doesn't know what he was doing. His brain is not fully developed. He had 1 year for the brain to fully develop. He didn't know what he was doing and stuff. But his parents should have known. Oh, his parents should have been there protecting him and telling him not to do this, not to do that. Come on, man. This is in Brazil, man. You guys see this all the time. Airplane catching on fire. People got up. Yeah, man, gotta get out. Yep. That's the thing. And we told those people at one point, those folks won't be able to fly. I mean, 2025 was the year of airplane, man. Airplane falling off the sky, airplane collision, airplane this. Recently, a couple was going to Jamaica. They put too much things in the stuff. The airplane just fell off the sky. And of course, what they're going to tell the people is, it's technical issue. It's the corporate over there don't want to spend money to make those airplanes up to date. Get out of here, man. But none of this. That's what's going on here.
New video tonight shows a shootout unfolding at a gas station in southwest Atlanta. It's one of at least 3 shootings Atlanta police say they responded to on Saturday. One claimed the life of a 17-year-old boy. 11 Live's Galat Malamed has more on what led to the shootings.
Police say 2 of the shootings started as arguments, and tonight new surveillance shows one of those incidents playing out in a gas station parking lot. Cameras capture a shocking exchange. 2 men shooting at each other Saturday outside the Valero gas station on Campbellton Road. Bullets then bursting through the window of a truck. Police say 1 man was hit and taken to the hospital. The moments just before shooting caught on camera too. You can see 2 men shoving each other. It appears the man in the red jacket is trying to keep the second man away from the driver inside the silver truck. Then you can see the driver of the silver truck gets out with a gun, pointing it at them as another car pulls up. Just seconds later, the driver of the silver truck starts shooting and someone else fires back. Police expect suspects in both groups to be charged. Just 6 miles away at Westridge Shopping Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, a separate shooting claimed the life of a 17-year-old boy.
He was shopping in the complex here, and there was some kind of escalating disputes. We're very thankful to that as far as, no other victims of this crime. And especially with given the holidays and it being the shopping weekend, but I'm very thankful for that. However, just unfortunate that another individual has to lose his life to some gunfire.
Homicide investigators now working to learn more about what happened.
Thankfully, we have some good camera footage here, so we're working on all angles right now.
We're told those 2 shootings are connected. Atlanta police would not confirm that. They are also investigating a 3rd shooting that happened in the city on Saturday on Lucille Avenue, where 1 man was shot. They're asking anyone with information to contact them. In Atlanta, Gilad Mohammed, 11 Alive News.
Well, the gang 2/3 and the way that they do things, and they just go around, they just shoot people. They're out of their mind. They just any little argument. I told my people, man, don't let your emotion get the best of you. There are certain things you could walk away. Now somebody died because some dude, I don't know, 17 years old. And those guys don't listen, they won't listen, they will never listen. And they will go up to the adults or tomorrow, and they will never act differently than the way that they were as a teen. You still have that today. I have people that are in their 50s, they are acting they are teenagers. A loud argument, threaten to kill people, talking about how OGs they are. Dude, man, Negro, you are in your 50s, man. I keep telling my people, this whole gang stuff was done in the late 70s, man. Was done. The moment the internet was, the birth of the internet, let's say. When was the birth of the internet? When it become public to the people. The moment the internet became truly public and accessible. Okay, usually this thing has something in there that could read. Could it read it? Listen, yes.
The moment the internet became truly public and accessible to the general population is generally attributed to the launch of the World Wide Web, WWW, into the public domain in 1993, followed by the emergence of user-friendly web browsers. There are three key dates that mark the transition from a government, academic network to a global public medium. 1. The World Wide Web, WWW, is released, April 30, 1993. The most crucial date for public access is April 30, 1993. On this day, CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, publicly released the source code for the World Wide Web, HTTP and HTML protocols, and the basic server, browser software, into the public domain, making it free for anyone to use and develop. This act ensured that the WWW would not be controlled by any single company and was the catalyst for the commercial internet boom. Crucial distinction: the internet, the physical network and protocols like TCP, IP, existed for decades before this, primarily used by governments and academia, starting with ARPANET in 1969. The World Wide Web is the application that made the internet easy for the public to use, with links, pages, and visuals. 2. The launch of Mosaic and Netscape, 1993-1994. While the web was public in 1993, it was still difficult for non-technical users to access. Mass adoption accelerated with the release of the first user-friendly graphical web browsers, Mosaic, 1993,
So ever since the 90s, man, the World Wide Web, this lifestyle, the way of making money changed, man. Jeff Bezos launched Amazon in the 90s, I believe 1992 or 1994. And a lot of people are making money online. A lot of teens and regular people. But the issue I'm having is our people are not taking advantage of this. Most of our people, and they are taking advantage of the internet in a backward way, you know. A 15-year-old boy or a girl, 16, 17, let's go below 18, going online and started a business and make 100 to 300,000 a year. This is considering child abuse. This is not good for the community. This is not good. But a 14, 15-year-old get involved with things like that, and let's see, this one.
Away from the drive.
Which one? This one. Okay, you got 17-year-old, 14-year-old involved in things like that, and that's when the community want to come together and talk about violence and stuff. But the moment a 17-year-old boy starts something online, something legit, and start making money, the adults are threatened. The olders are threatened. The older people, anybody that are older than them are threatened. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to see your son or your daughters being underage and already have a life, well, a job that is better than theirs. They won't talk about that. They won't promote it either. But whenever they get into, you got 14, 15-year-old boy and girls out there that are smoking and drinking, nobody addressing that because it's good for them. Like, they are teenagers, a phase and stuff like that. And then we do not promote our 14, 15, the 12, 13, from 8 to 9 to code, to learn how coding is, what Python is, what AI is, computer programming. Computer programming should be mandatory in every children curriculum. A lot of you are doing homeschooling. Homeschooling should be, computer programming should be mandatory in your homeschooling. And psychology should be, you should not, if you're homeschooling your children, your curriculum cannot be as the one that you learn. Your curriculum should be something that is completely and utterly different. By the time your daughter is 12 years old, she should know how to code and make apps and websites and things like that. You are not homeschooling your children to know what ABCs are or what 1, 2, 3 are, or you are not homeschooling them to keep them safe. Nah, you are building somewhat, for lack of a better term, a weapon of mass, construction. That's what you're building. You don't want to your son to use homeschooling your children, and they of course they're gonna come out better than the others, but they won't do better than against the others. We see this thing. I have this issue with people that always put some form of age on things. Yes, there are age on certain things, but it's about maturity. You have people out there that are in their 40s, 30s, 20s, 50s. They are immature, yet they are not under 18. Yet they act worse than a teenager, than a freaking toddler. The things they are doing, like, you're so disgusted. You're like, yo, why would you do this? The other day I was talking about this being in the parking lot, 5 a.m. in the morning. You got a bunch of women that are in their 30s, 40s out there yapping, cackling, playing music, twerking. 5 a.m. in the morning in the cold. Why? Because one of them got their windows bust by another dude, or some argument was happening. And you look at them, you're like, those are a bunch of immature people. You see, your child should be mature. You should teach them, you nurture the maturity in them. If you're homeschooling your child, or showing your child this, it's not the ABC, or I don't want you to learn about the founding fathers and things like that. No. You are building a weapon of mass construction for the future. Thus, the future is indeed digital. It's spiritual. Your child should know pretty much anything regarding their guardian angels or guardian angels and magic, and combine it with technology and bring the techno magic. But we don't talk about things like that. It is more. Here's my problem. Here's this thing. I'm having problem. Personal problem. All people won't do something until they see it on TikTok. They won't do something until it's become trendy. Oh, there's this trend on TikTok now, and I'm gonna be part of it. Like, okay, I'm not gonna buy anything for the holidays. I'm going to do better because F the holidays and stuff. All people been talking about this thing for years. All people don't celebrate holidays for years. You guys never did anything until it become trendy now. This is the issue. All people won't get into coding and build apps until it become trendy on TikTok, where some dude fix something, and next thing everybody want to become it because it's trendy. Don't get me wrong, a lot of those things are good. For instance, I don't Me personally, I don't do this, but I don't like when people put titles like black men, stop doing this, black men are not doing that. I did not consent to you people to put this and this, though. Of course, I'm a red man. Generally speaking, the term black man apply to me to a degree. So when you guys say, well, black men stop doing this and that, you're including all of us in this. Black men stop dating women. What do you mean? Like we stop, having sex or talk to women? Like, okay, so what the hell, man? Because you are into this thing, you're dragging me into this ish. Now the new trend is black men stop watching sport, which is good, but I don't want my people to do things because it is trendy. It's trending on TikTok, so I'm getting on the bandwagon. No, man. And then when the trend wear off, you right back into this nonsense, man. I'm not gonna sit there and say it is time to teach the 2/3 and stuff like that. You can't teach them. It's impossible. One thing you can do, you can redirect their energy. See, it takes a lot of energy to pull a freaking long gun like this and be around and talking and shooting, and somebody ended up getting killed. It's time to redirect their energy, show them the positiveness, because there ain't nothing positive in the media. You have to do this. Well, to tell you the truth, I have to do this. I've done certain part of it here, but it's time for me to the lost sheep of Israel and things like that, and do something there too. Redirect their energy. Redirect your children's energy. Not in watching, playing, scrolling all the time, but building. Have them build things with their own hands. Okay? My daughter sent me something. She sent me some stuff today that she made. A little puppet she made with needles and stuff like that. Nice. But anyway, how long we are into this thing? Oh boy. Let's keep on moving. Oh, we watch that.
Two Pace teens are behind bars accused of murdering a 14-year-old girl. 16-year-old Gabriel Williams and 14-year-old Kamari Blevins are both.
So you got those two grown-ass men out there take a 14-year-old girl and murdered her. And the people will sit there and say, well, they don't know what they did. They are teenagers. No, this is immaturity. They're very mature. They've been doing things and get away with it because people keep telling them, you're a teen, you're a teenager, you're 14, you're 16. Nothing gonna happen to you up until they do something that real consequences happen. A lot of you, when you were 15, 16, you were considering an adult. You were going out there doing adult things. And anything a 16-year-old out there is not killing, murdering other 14, 15-year-old, you're an adult. You're a mature person. This is the height of immaturity. Murdering another kid because, I don't know, she looked different. She I don't like her. I'm going to murder her.
Both charged with first-degree premeditated murder. The victim, 14-year-old Danica Troy. Her mother reported her missing Monday. One day later, her body was found. WEAR's Brent Carney joining us. And Brent, you've had a chance to go through the arrest reports. What have you learned?
Sue, one of the biggest questions still unanswered here is why. According to the arrest report, a witness told deputies Blevins and Williams planned this attack.
A 14-year-old girl found shot multiple times and then set on fire on this walking path in Florida town.
It just shocks me. It's always been so quiet here, and it's getting bad, really. It's terrifying, in fact.
The crime scene tape still up here off of Kimberly Road. Sheriff Bob Johnson says Danica Troy was lured here by 14-year-old Kamari Blevins and 16-year-old Gabriel Williams.
It's bad enough you kill a 14-year-old, you're 14, you're 16, shoot her multiple times, then they set her on fire.
According to the arrest report, Troy's mother reported her missing on Monday. She says the girl took her electric scooter with her. On Tuesday, a man walking on the wooded path found the body badly burned. Investigators say they identified her as Troy based on the shoes she was wearing and the scooter found nearby. The arrest report says a witness told investigators Williams and Blevins planned the murder. The report states Blevins told deputies he and Troy had a falling out on social media before Thanksgiving break, and he blocked her on social media. Deputies also interviewed Williams, who told investigators Troy made comments that upset him. Williams then shared more with investigators, but that conversation was redacted from the report.
So, because of some social media posts, those men got angry. Because you say something about me, like you say something about my hair. You say something about my clothes, my shoes. So you know what we're going to do, man? We're going to lure her someplace. We're going to shoot and kill, murder her, and we're going to burn her. And then we're going to get away with it. We're going to live our life happily ever after. All right, nigga, let's do this. I mean, let's show what we're gang, nigga, what's up? You lure this 14-year-old girl in there, you shot, you kill her, you burn her, and then you go home. Nothing gonna happen. They won't find if it's you. And if they find it's me, I'm just gonna tell them I'm 14. What's up? What they gonna do? What they gonna do to a 14-year-old? Now my mom gonna be there. My dad gonna pay. They got money. And then when they post this online, people are gonna say, "Oh man, he doesn't know what he's doing. His brain is not fully developed." I mean, if he was like a 18-year-old, that means he's an adult. He should have known better. But we cannot assume a 14-year-old should know better, between the murder and shooting. Where did they get this gun anyway? And getting fuel to burn this person out. This is premeditated murder, and that's what that is.
But that conversation was redacted from the report.
They have been interviewed, but the motive that they're giving doesn't fit the forensics or any facts of the case.
As for how the two got the gun, Sheriff Johnson says Williams stole it from his mother. Johnson says at this time, no charges are being filed against the parents. Investigators now working to determine a motive.
This is what Major Crimes calls a ground ball. The evidence pointed to him immediately. They took him into custody immediately. And, unfortunately for, the Troy family, they have to go through this.
Huh.
And both Blevins and Williams.
And not only this, beloved, these teens, they ended up destroying the entire family. The mother had this had the thing in there, he stole it and go out there and do this type of things. And those grown ass men, and they're going to be treated as children, like, oh, well, they didn't know. My son didn't know because he's a child. He's 16. What kind of 16-year-old out there would know to take a gun and shot another 14-year-old and then set their body on fire and come back home as nothing happened? No, they are freaking murderous men. But nonetheless, beloved, time just, I don't know where the time goes, man. What the hell? All right, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you love. I say shalom.